Today's pregame show is brought to you by Z-Bart of Corpus Christi. Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Here at Ray High School, talking with head coach Orlando Ruiz in our Z-Bart pregame show. And coach, congratulations first of all on the win in the bi-district round. And I want to know, coach, what is more impressive to you? I mean, the pitching performance that you guys got, you know, in one of the games you got a shutout on the road, or is it maybe the fact that you guys had no errors through 2 games? Or maybe, just maybe, it might be, I think it was around 23, 24 hits in 2 games. What's more impressive, coach?
I think all aspects, the 3 aspects that you mentioned, are all important, especially in baseball. When you have good, pitching performance, you out-hit your opponent, and you make no errors, you're going to win some ball games,
And the running game as well. I talked with Ryan Rodriguez about, that young man. I think he had like 5, 6 stolen bases. How much does that play into what you guys are trying to do, and how important is it to have young men like that can do that?
Yeah, it's very important trying to get to the next base, trying to get in scoring position, That's what we try to do. I started since the beginning of the season. We're trying to steal bases, trying to sacrifice people, bunting, playing the short games. So, stolen bases are a gift. That's what I say. And if we can steal bases, we're going to do that.
And coach, you win the first one, but it doesn't get easier, right? It just keeps getting harder and harder as you go along, and you guys drew a tough matchup. Another team that's playing good baseball just like you guys, with McAllen. And talk to me about what you've seen from those guys. What are you expecting over there?
If you make the playoffs, everybody's good. There's a reason why you make the playoffs, because you actually came out of the district and you won. So, McAllen is a high caliber team. I believe they're ranked 4 or 5 in state. So, we're not going to take anything for granted. They're well coached. They can swing the bat. They have good pitchers. So we're going to go out there and compete.
And coach, the decision to go all of the games in Laredo, and what was the?
We just couldn't agree, on home and home and stuff like that, So I try to take them out of McAllen because I know they're a good ball club at their house, and then their fans are rowdy. They have music, pumping and stuff like that. So we didn't agree on home and home, so I decided to take them out and take neutral.
And coach, do you think, because I know that Unitrade now is a turf field.
Yes.
So do you think that, having that turf field and you guys playing your home games on a turf field, do you think there's a little bit of an advantage there maybe for you guys?
There should be an edge. We've been playing at, at Cabinets. Some guys have been here as seniors, so we've been playing for 4 years on turf. So I think we have a little edge, but we still got to play the game.
And coach, what do you want to say to the fans, coach? I know they've been a big part of your success. Yes. They have backed you guys from the very beginning of the season. And anything you want to say to these folks?
Yeah, make sure you show up, at 5:30 on Thursday and then Saturday at 12. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here.
Here at Ray High School for our Z-Bart pregame show, and I'm talking with Ryan Rodriguez and Mikey Everett, the Ray Texans. And guys, first of all, man, congratulations on that first series win. A couple of great ball games, and let's start with you, Mikey. You caught both games, and let's start by talking about pitching and about the pitching staff. A couple of shutouts thrown by both of those pitchers, your starting pitchers, and just talk to me about the pitching, how it's been this season, and specifically how those guys did last weekend.
Last week our pitchers did a great job of getting to hit the counts and just giving us a chance to win the ball game, and that's all we could ever ask for from them. And man, just getting to hit the counts for them was being big, so that our off speed and we can get it, attack the zone and just give them a good, start to this series.
And you guys got a big series coming up here, and talk to me about, you're you're the field captain, you know, trying to lead this pitching staff. How much fun has that been this season with these guys?
Oh, I love it, especially when they go out and throw strikes, do their jobs. It makes it a lot easier to do what I do. So they're happy, I'm happy, everyone's happy out here.
And Ryan, let's talk about hitting. I mean, you guys threw 2 games last weekend. I think it was either 23, 24 hits. You guys absolutely were seeing the ball well. What did you see? Did it look like a beach ball out there? Tell me.
Yeah, I kind of did actually. We just attacked when the pitch was given to us and made sure to be aggressive early on in the count to not miss the mistake pitches that we got.
And Mikey, you had a great series at the plate last weekend as well. You know, tell me, were you seeing beach balls up there as well?
I guess you could say so. I just trying to go out there. I didn't end district on too good of a note, so I knew I had to come back and somewhat make it up.
And guys, let's talk about the running game. Ryan, I think you had like 5 stolen bases in that series in those 2 games last weekend. How important is that to what you guys are trying to do?
The running game is a really big thing, a part of our game. It really decides a baseball game when you can run, and we were able to do our job when we run, bunt the runners over, and that ultimately helps us win the game.
You guys, just Mikey, just tell me how much fun this has been. I mean, this season and the run that you guys are having, and just to be playing baseball, and man, it's playoff time. It's the best time of the year. Just tell me how much fun you're having.
Oh, I love it. Come out here when other guys aren't, you know. Very fortunate, very blessed to be able to come to practice another Monday, another week with my buddies that I love so much, and being able to win with them and be successful with them means everything.
Ryan?
Yeah, I love it too as well. I just love to step out on the field, play with a lot of pressure on the line, and just getting the job done with my friends.
And you guys, how has the crowd been? I mean, you guys have a great following, and how much does that help you guys when you're out on the field to hear them, you know, cheering for you, rooting for you guys? Oh,
we love it. I mean, we feed off of them, and the energy in the dugout has been amazing. So we're very blessed to have such a good crowd, such a great positive dugout.
Yeah, so I think the energy from the fans has a lot to do with the game and how the way we perform, and especially in the dugout.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Lithia Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Autotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. 361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid. Chris Bernal with LB21 Tournaments US SSA Baseball, hosting the best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas. Best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas at the all-new turf fields in Portland, Texas. LB21, supporting high school baseball in the Coastal Bend area.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas Athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Good morning, high school baseball fans, and welcome out to Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas, as we get underway here in about 15 minutes. We're 15 minutes away from first pitch. Jake Vasquez with the call, and we've got the Ray Texans and the McAllen Bulldogs for you. Game 2 of their best-of-3 series. The Ray Texans with a 1-0 series lead, getting the win in Game 1 on Thursday night. And the Texans, that was a 4-3 victory for the Texans in a ball game where they trailed. Actually, they were Texans scoring 2 runs in the top of the first. McAllen answered back with a run in the bottom of the first, but in the bottom of the third, the Bulldogs scoring 2 runs to take a 3-2 lead. And in the top of the fifth, the Texans scoring 2 runs of their own to take a 4-3 lead, and that's how the game ended. 4-3 Ray Texans. And in Game 1, Jack Martinez went the distance, 7 innings pitched. He got the win. He allowed 3 runs, only 1 earned on 4 hits, and 1 walk and 9 strikeouts for Jack Martinez. And then it was Tristan Cavazos who took the loss for the Bulldogs. He too went the distance, 7 innings pitched. He allowed 4 runs, all unearned, 6 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts for Tristan Cavazos. And again, a 4-3 win for the Ray Texans, so they have a 1-0 series lead. And so the Texans will be looking for 1 win here today. They can get it in either game, won't matter. But the Bulldogs, they need a win in Game 2 to force a Game 3, and that's the plan for McAllen. They want to play 2 ball games today. So let's go ahead and start with the starting lineups for both of these ball clubs, and then we will talk a little bit about how they got here. And we'll start with the visitors. The McAllen Bulldogs are the visitors in this ball game today, and McAllen overall 26-5 coming into the season, and they are under the direction of head coach Eliseo Pompa, and he has been the head coach in McAllen for 36 years, so very familiar with the program and obviously very familiar with his team. So let's get you the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. Leading things off will be the catcher, number 1, Caleb Killian. Batting second and on the mound today for the Bulldogs, number 21, Chris Bernal. Batting third will be the third baseman, number 27, Tristan Cavazos. In the cleanup spot, left fielder, number 15, Noah Villarreal. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 20, Adam Sanchez. Sanchez will bat for the right fielder, number 18, Steven Garza. Batting sixth for the Bulldogs, first baseman, number 12, Jacob Garcia. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 6, Ethan Watley. Batting eighth for McAllen, and wearing number 3,
second baseman, number 3, Javier Villalobos. And batting ninth for McAllen, the shortstop, number 2, Damian Cortez. And it looks like, well, the Bulldogs are warming up right now, but it looks like they're going to be wearing their road grays. Right now they've got a purple like a t-shirt. Does have a number, but I believe that's their undershirt. They've got the gray jerseys hanging in the dugout. So gray jerseys trimmed in purple and gold. They've got the purple hats with the gold bill, and on the front of the cap, let's see, he's got like the Milwaukee Brewers emblem. Kind of looks like an open glove with a ball in it, but on the top, shaped like an M and then a B, which would make sense. McAllen Bulldogs. So road grays trimmed in purple and gold for the Bulldogs. They are the visiting team. Let's get you the starting lineup for the Raid Texans, and the Texans coming in 28-6 overall, under the direction of head coach Orlando Ruiz. And leading things off for the Texans will be the left fielder, number 4, Ryan Rodriguez. Batting second baseman, number 1, Jack Bell. Batting third and playing first base, number 13, Jack Martinez. In the cleanup spot, the pitcher, number 14, Kevin Goss. Batting fifth for the Texans, the designated hitter, number 22, Dylan Quesada. Quesada will bat for the center fielder, number 3, Cade Morin. Batting sixth for the Texans, the catcher, number 16, Mikey Everett. Batting seventh, third baseman, number 19, Darian Montoya. Batting eighth for Ray, and playing left field, number 6, Luis Morales, actually playing right field, excuse me. And batting ninth will be the shortstop, number 2, Troy Johnson. And that is the starting lineup for the Raid Texans. And let's talk about how these teams got here. So for McAllen, ranked number 4 in the state. And as I mentioned, overall 26-5 out of District 31. And they were the winners of District 31. As a matter of fact, they went 13-1 in district play. Their only blemish was a loss to Sherryland Pioneer. That was back on March 16th. So the Bulldogs came into Thursday's ball game on a 14-game win streak, and that was snapped by the Texans on Thursday night when they won Game 1 of this series by a final of 4-3. So the Bulldogs in the by-district round sweeping Mercedes 4-0 in the first ball game and 13-2 in the second ball game to advance here to the area round. So the Bulldogs, they need a couple of wins today. They need a win here in Game 2 to extend the series to a Game 3. And for the Raid Texans, they just need one win. Either this ball game that starts in about 10 minutes, or they need a win in the second ball game today. One win and the Texans will advance. And for the Raid Texans, they were the third place finish out of District 29 5A. And I mentioned that the Texans are 28-6 overall. In district play, the Texans were 11-5. So 11-5, and in the by-district round, sweeping La Jolla Palmview 6-0 was the score in Game 1, and 16-6 was the score in Game 2 for the Raid Texans. And let's have a look back again at that first ball game. So Jack Martinez, who started on the road in Game 1 in that by-district round as well, started again for the Texans in Game 1. And all the games on the road, obviously, here in Laredo. So they decided to go with a neutral site. And Jack Martinez getting the win for the Texans. On the mound for the visiting Bulldogs is Chris Bernal. So Bernal, a senior. And let's get you some numbers for Chris. And I show that he has 3 appearances. The stats in Max Preps don't show whether or not or which one of those was a start. But 3 appearances, And he does have one win, so he's 1-0 on the season. He earned the win in a game against McAllen Rowe, and that was back on April 6th. The Bulldogs with a 14-7 win in that ball game, and Bernal getting the win. Overall, he has a 5.83 ERA, 6 innings pitched for the young man. He has allowed 5 runs, all earned on 7 hits, 6 walks, and 8 strikeouts for Chris Bernal, and he will get the start in ball game number 2 of the series, our first ball game today. And Kevin Goss will get the start for the Ray Texans. And Kevin, he has 12 starts, 13 appearances all together, so he did pitch a ball game in relief, but he does have 12 starts, and he's 8-2 in 12 starts, 2.64 ERA. He's thrown 4 complete games for the Texans, 2 shutouts, and 1 no-hitter. He also has a save. So Goss, 63 and 2/3 innings pitched for the young man, and he has allowed 29 runs, 24 earned on 31 hits, 44 walks, and 90 strikeouts for the sophomore left-hander Kevin Goss. So Goss versus Bernal here in Game 2. And we're going to take a quick break. The Bulldogs are finishing up in and outs here at the ballpark. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we will bring you the national anthem and first pitch here in this ball game. So you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Blast Vision Live from Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Stable Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Stable Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas Athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Autotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Johnny Luna with Auto Nation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. Auto Nation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid. Chris Bernal with LB21 Tournaments US SSA Baseball, hosting the best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas. Best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas at the all-new turf fields in Portland, Texas. LB21, supporting high school baseball in the Coastal Bend area.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. We're going to pause briefly to bring you the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts.
3, 2, 1, 0.
It's game time.
Lift off.
So sit back and enjoy the ride right here on Blast Vision.
Welcome back to the Staples Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call for you here in this one. And we're about to get underway here at Unitrade Stadium, Game 2 in this best-of-3 area round matchup between the Ray Texans and the McAllen Bulldogs. Ray with a 1-0 series lead after a win in Game 1. And here we go. Let's get you the defensive alignment for the Ray Texans as they take the field. In the outfield, left to right, Rodriguez, Morin, and Morales. In the infield, Martinez at first, Bell at second, Johnson the shortstop, Montoya at third, Everett behind the dish, and Kevin Goss on the mound today for the Ray Texans. And of course, he will be facing the top of the order for the Bulldogs. Here in the top of the first, Killian, Bernal, and Cavazos. So here we go. Bulldogs looking for a win in this game to force a Game 3. So the Bulldogs, they need to win both games today to advance. The Ray Texans just looking for a win. They will certainly take it here in Game 1 if they can get it, but they have 2 games to work with. Unitrade Stadium, been a little while since I've been here. Home of the Laredo Tecolotes. And a turf field now. We did notice, though, cutouts at first, second, and third, as well as home plate. So and the mound. So those locations, there is still dirt, but everywhere else it is now a turf field here at Unitrade Stadium. So everything seems to be going turf these days. And here we go. Leading things off will be the catcher, Caleb Killian. So Caleb Killian, he will dig in, bats from the right side, and he is a senior. Goss delivers first pitch in there for a strike. So we are officially underway at 12:02. Killian, the senior, comes in batting .378. And he takes strike 2. 37 hits in 98 at-bats. 4 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs, 26 runs driven in for Killian. And the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. 1 away. So Goss makes quick work of Killian. That's going to bring up the pitcher, number 21, Chris Bernal. Chris, also a senior, hitting .405 coming into this ball game. 30 hits in 74 at-bats, 7 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run, 19 runs driven in. And Goss will miss with the first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. And that 1-0 pitch misses for ball 2, so 2-0 the count. .2-0 pitch in the dirt. So 3-0 the count to Bernal. Goss gets the sign from Everett from the windup. 3-0 pitch on the way. There's a strike. 3-1. Pretty windy out here in Laredo today. 3-1 pitch going to be grounded to the shortstop. And the throw, not enough juice on that throw from Johnson over to first base. So an infield single for Bernal. First hit on the board for the Bulldogs. Tristan Cavazos to the plate. Nice job with the backhand over there by Johnson. Kept that ball in the infield. Just couldn't get enough. His momentum was carrying him towards third base. Just couldn't get enough on the throw. And Bernal can run for a catcher. And so he'll beat out the throw. And he is at first base. Tristan Cavazos at the plate. First pitch to Cavazos is going to miss for ball 1. Tristan, a senior, batting .345 coming into the ball game. 37 hits and 85 at-bats, 14 doubles, 2 home runs, and 33 runs driven in for the young man. 1-0 pitch, foul back. 1-1 to count. I want to say hello to Renee Johnson checking in on the chat. David Garcia, Robert Longoria, and Rudy Trevino as well. Rudy's supposed to be on vacation, and he just can't let us go. That pitch is going to be fouled straight back. So 1-2 count on Cavazos. He told me last night he was just doing his homework for next week. He will be back next week. And he was just doing his homework, so we'll give him that. We appreciate him watching either way. Foul tipped. Looked like it might have gotten a piece of Everett So we'll do it again at 1-2. Tough job being a catcher, I'll tell you that. And Everett, tough kid back there. Looks like he's going to walk it off and he's going to be okay. Another ball game that kicked off at 12 o'clock. That is the Veterans Memorial Eagles. And they are playing Brownsville Veterans Memorial. And that one over at Cabinets Field in Corpus. We'll check in on that one here in a minute. Pickoff move over to first base. Check in on Bernal. And he's back in safely. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and see if we can. I'm pretty sure that they are underway, but let's check it out either way. Yeah, they are in the top of the first. Swing and a miss. So Cavazos goes down swinging for out number 2. 2 down, and the batter will be left fielder Noah Villarreal. So Villarreal will dig in. He is a junior, batting .460 on the season. 40 hits and 87 at-bats, 3 doubles, 5 doubles, 3 triples, and 31 runs driven in for Villarreal. So the Eagles underway. They're in the bottom of the first inning. No score. The pitching matchup there is, right now, Xavier Perez and Sanchez for Brownsville Veterans Memorial. Swing and a miss at the first offering from Goss. 0-1 count. We'll continue to check on that one for you. And 1-0 misses. The 0-1 misses up rather, so 1-1 to count. Also, the Carroll Tigers start at 2 p.m. So won't be able to give you any score updates on them just yet. One pitch in there. Called strike 2. Bernal over at first base. Martinez holds him on. Goss leaning in. He's got the sign. Quick peek over to first base. And here comes the pitch. And that one is going to be driven out to right field. Morales to his left. And he'll make the grab for out number 3. So for the Bulldogs here in the top of the first, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the first. Texans coming to bat. Blast Vision live from Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas Athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust.
Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call for you. Having fun up here in the booth with the camera girl. And we are headed to the bottom of the first inning. No score in this one. The Texans coming to bat. They'll send up top of the order Rodriguez, Bell, and Martinez. And Chris Bernal on the mound for the Bulldogs, and we gave you his totals in the pregame. So Bernal gets to start, the right-hander, senior right-hander. Let's get you the defensive alignment for the Bulldogs in the outfield, left to right, Villarreal, Watley, and Garza. Garcia at first, Villalobos at second, Cortez the shortstop, Cavazos at third, and Killian behind the dish. So Ryan Rodriguez will lead things off for the Texans. They want him on base because he can run. So looking for the leadoff man to get himself on base. First pitch from Bernal misses up. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a strike, and that pitch is going to be fouled off. So 1-2 the count. So 1-2 count here on Rodriguez. Swing and a miss. So Rodriguez goes down swinging for out number 1. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Jack Bell. Bell's going to dig in, another left-handed hitter for the Ray Texans. And Bell takes first pitch high for ball 1. Jack, a sophomore, batting .326 on the season, 28 hits and 86 at-bats, 8 doubles and a triple, and he's driven in 18 runs. 2-0 the count on Bell. Bernal from the windup. Here comes the pitch, and that one's going to miss up. So 3-0 the count. Carlos Gonzalez checking in, rooting for McAllen. And that pitch is going to miss high for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk, and the Texans with their first base runner. Jack Martinez to the plate. So Rudy and Deanna are watching the ball game, and a big congratulations to Deanna, who just graduated from Texas State. So congratulations to that young lady. And Justin Perales checking in. He had to throw in that he was at Pluckers. Swing and a miss on the first offering from Bernal. I don't believe there's a Pluckers here in Laredo. Quick peek over to first base. Garcia holding the runner and fakes the throw. And there goes the runner. The pitch is going to be fouled off. First base side out of play. Bell with 5 stolen bags. Ryan Rodriguez, the leadoff hitter, actually leads the team. He's got 14, and the 9-hole hitter, Troy Johnson, with 12. But Bell has 5, and that pitch is going to be popped up right side of the infield. Villalobos, the second baseman, is going to make the grab for out number 2. So 2 down, Bell at first base for the Texan pitcher, Kevin Goss. Another sophomore. Goss batting .298. He swings and misses. Actually, no. Trying to get out of the way. Sorry, I looked up a little bit late. I was looking at the numbers here for Goss. So ball 1, 1-0 the count. I thought he had swung. Bernal checks the runner back to first base. So guys, 25 hits in 84 at bats, 10 doubles, 3 triples, 1 home run. He has driven in 24. There's a strike, 1-1. Bell with the lead at first. Garcia holding him on. Bernal comes set at the belt. Spins, no throw to first. Keeping an eye on Bell. He's already taken off once. A little hit and run action with Martinez at the plate. So Bernal keeping a close eye on him. Going to give him another look over there. Not a big lead. That one's going to be fouled off. Third base side. 1-2 count on Goss. Bottom of the first inning. Bernal leans in for the sign. Quick peek over to first. Going to come set at the belt. Here comes the pitch. And it's going to get a piece of Kevin up and in. So he's going to make his way down to first base. Hit by a pitch. So now runners at first and second for the designated hitter, Dylan Quesada. Quesada hits for the center fielder, Cade Morin. And we'll have a courtesy runner at first base for the pitcher. That's going to be number 9, Nick Talavera. So Talavera at first base. And Quesada at the plate. The junior batting .500. 7 hits in 14 at-bats, 6 doubles, or rather 1 double and 6 runs driven in for Quesada. Ricky G taking some baseballs to the home plate umpire and gives Quesada some words of encouragement as he walks away from the plate. Bernal with a peek over to second base. Comes the first pitch, low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Talavera at first, Bell at second. There are 2 outs in the inning, no score. Low with the 1-0 pitch, 2-0. Strike 1. 2-1. That pitch is going to be popped up. Shallow right field, going back to second baseman, coming in the right fielder, and no one's going to make the grab. In to score is Bell, and they're waving around Talavera. The throw comes in, not in time. Head first dive. So 2 runs score on the double by Quesada. The young man just put the ball in play and dumped it over into shallow right field. Villalobos, the second baseman, went out. Garza, the right fielder, came in, but no one could get to it in time. A last-minute diving effort by Villalobos, but it's going to drop between the 2 fielders. 2 runs will score and a 2-0 lead for the Texans. A little bloop double rather by Quesada. It's going to bring Mikey Everett to the plate. First pitch going to miss for a ball. So 1-0 count to Everett. And that pitch is going to be driven out to right field for a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third base. So Quesada stays put at third. And a 2-out single for Mikey Everett. We're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher. Jack Spence will run for the catcher, Everett. So Spence at first, Quesada at third, Darian Montoya to the plate. Bernal delivers the first pitch a bit high and inside, so 1-0 count on Montoya. The junior's batting .338, 23 hits in 68 at-bats, couple of doubles and 15 runs driven in. And he's going to call timeout at the plate. So first and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning for the Texans. They have a 2-0 lead. Spence gets his lead. Garcia holding him on over at first base. And he takes off, and that pitch is going to be in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, Killian. In to score is Quesada, and all the way to third base goes Spence. So a wild pitch, and another run comes in, but how about Spence? All the way to third base. 3-0 Texan lead. That pitch is going to be driven out to right center. Looks like the right fielder, Garza, is there. He'll make the grab for out number 3. But for the Texans, they score 3 runs here in the bottom of the first. 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. After an inning of play, Texans 3, Bulldogs 0. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. We're headed to the top of the second inning. Due up for the Bulldogs, 5, 6, 7 in the order. Sanchez, Garcia, and Watley. The Ray Texans scoring 3 runs on 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning to take a 3-0 lead in the ball game. Adam Sanchez will lead things off, and a ground ball to the second baseman, Bell. Over to first in time, 1 away. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Jacob Garcia, and it looks like we have a score update for you. I'll get that to you here in just a second. Garcia digs in, and the first pitch from Goss swung on and missed. So a score update from Cabinets Field back in Corpus Christi, courtesy of Rudy Trevino, says that Dalen Peña solo bomb for the Veterans Memorial Eagles, and then an RBI single for Jake Martinez, and the Eagles up 2-0. 0-1 pitch fouled off, 0-2 the count. Top of the second inning. And 0-2 pitch going to be fouled off, so we'll do it again at 0-2. So top of the second for that one. Appreciate you, Rudy, working on your days off. Pitch in the dirt. 1-2. Garcia, a senior, batting .288 coming into this ball game. Has 15 hits and 52 at bats. Grounded softly third base side, but foul. Couple of doubles and 11 runs driven in for Garcia. And he'll call timeout at the plate. Goss comes with the pitch and he skips it in there. So 2-2 the count. Haven't seen a young lady who checked in the other day on the chat related to Kevin. I'm guessing might be his mom. As he skips that one in there as well. So full count now on Garcia. Haven't seen her check in on the chat. I imagine she's here watching as opposed to, you know, watching the game on Blast Vision. But we said a prayer for her like she asked. 3-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball to the third baseman Montoya. Montoya over to first in time for out number 2. So 2 down, base is empty. Ethan Watley to the plate. So Watley, the center fielder, batting from the right side. Ethan, a senior, batting .325 on the season. Home plate umpire kind of flinched. Looked like he wanted to call that one, but calls it a ball. 27 hits and 83 at bats, 4 doubles, 4 triples, and a home run. 36 runs driven in. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So 1-1 count on Watley. Fouled back. So Goss ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch, misses low. Actually, strike 3 called. So caught the corner, and it will be a strikeout for Kevin Goss. So the Bulldogs go quietly, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Morales, Johnson, and Rodriguez due up for the Texans. That is 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Blast Vision Live from Unitrade Stadium here in Laredo.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning. Texans with a 3-0 lead. Looking to try and extend that lead. They'll send up 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Morales, Johnson, and Rodriguez. So Luis Morales to lead things off for the Texans. And Morales, a junior, batting .200. 7 hits in 35 at-bats. 1 double and 3 runs driven in. First pitch from Bernal, and it's going to be foul back. So an 0-1 count. Chris Bernal, he does not mess around. He is ready to throw the baseball. As soon as these young men step in the box, he is ready to go. So Morales going to throw the hand up there, call timeout. Let himself get set. And the 0-1 pitch is going to miss up. 1-1. Up towards the eyes. It just pointed out to me Chris Bernal with a purple glove. Pretty cool looking glove right there. 1-1 pitch, going to miss up. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss at the high heat. 2-2. Full count. That one's going to be fouled back, and that one's going to get in the stands. So we'll do it again at 3-2. (29-5-8). They're in good shape so far. Still got to play some baseball games, but all swing and a miss, and Morales will go down swinging for out number 1. So that's going to bring up the senior catcher, Troy Johnson. Let me get you some numbers on Johnson, and we'll finish that thought. Johnson batting .349 coming into the ball game. 30 hits in 86 at-bats. 5 doubles, 4 triples, 2 home runs, and he has driven in 17. Trying to bunt his way on right there. 1-0 count. Yeah, that pitch is going to miss up. So a ball and a strike. In the dirt. 2-1. So 29-5A, the winner of 29-5A, the Gregory Portland Wildcats, already punched their ticket to the next round. They got a sweep of Sherryland. Won last night at home in Game 2, so swept the series. That pitch swung on and missed. 2-2. Second place team, and actually 2, 3, and 4 all won Game 1 of their series. And that pitch is going to be driven out to left field. And in the corner, we couldn't see it. The throw comes in, and a stand-up double for Troy Johnson. So Johnson at second base with 1 out. And that's going to flip the order. It's going to bring Ryan Rodriguez to the plate. And so that ball hit the top of the wall and went over, and the home plate the umpires are calling it a double, and Coach Ruiz just wants to confirm. Thought it might have been a home run, but the umpire is saying that it is a double. We couldn't see it. It was in the corner. We couldn't see it. And there was absolutely zero chance I was going to be able to see it unless I stuck my head out the window. Our angle, just not a real good angle here. So they're going to call it a double. So Johnson at second base with a double. So again, back to the top of the order, Ryan Rodriguez at the plate. So he'll dig in. No throw to second base. Ryan showing bunt, and he gets it down. Throw is going to be made to first base, and not in time. They're saying that Villalobos, who was covering, was off the bag. The throw from Bernal was inside, and the first base umpire saying that Villalobos' foot came off the bag. So going to be an infield single for Rodriguez. First and third with one out for Jack Bell. So Jack Bell will dig in. And Bell, no official at bat. He walked his first time up, came around to scored the first run of the ball game. So he'll dig in. Second plate appearance for the young man. He's got first and third with one out as the Ray Texans trying to extend this lead. He's going to call timeout. Showing bunt, and he takes strike one. Rodriguez was on the move, and he will swipe second. I told you the young man can, and he will run. So now two runners in scoring position for the Texans. And that pitch is going to miss low. Ball and a strike. Infield in for the Bulldogs. Here comes the pitch, and that one's going to miss low. So 2-1 the count. Rodriguez at second, Johnson at third, speed on the bases. There's a strike, 2-2. So Bernal and the Bulldogs in a bit of a jam here in the bottom of the second. Texans are already with a 3-0 lead. From the windup, here comes the pitch, and it's going to miss up. So a full count. First base is open, so they don't have to give him a cookie here. Three-two pitch in the dirt. So Bell walks to load him up for Jack Martinez. And this young man, almost every ball game I've seen for the Ray Texans, he has found a hole somewhere in a big spot and actually worked his way up to the 3-hole in this Texan lineup. So one down, bases loaded. First pitch is in the dirt, gets away from Killian. In to score is Johnson. With his speed, he gets there easily. Both runners advance, so Bell to second, Rodriguez to third. It's a 4-0 Texan lead. Still 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Martinez digs in once again. Fouls it off at the plate, 1-1. Jack is 0 for 1 here in the ball game. Popped up in the infield, actually in shallow right field. Catch was made by the second baseman Villalobos. So 0 for 1, but an opportunity to put some, or rather to add to the RBI column. He fouls that one off at the plate, 1-2. One-two pitch misses up, 2-2 the count. Keeping Goss on deck, Quesada in the hole for the Ray Texans. That one is going to be grounded through the left side for a base hit. In to score is Rodriguez. On to third base is Bell. So Jack Martinez comes through once again. A single through the left side, an RBI single, and a 5-0 Texan lead. First and third for Kevin Goss. Timeout called, and there will be a conference on the mound for the Bulldogs. So the Texans so far adding a couple of runs here in the bottom of the second inning, take a 5-0 lead, and that's it for Chris Bernal. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get you some pitching change info. You guys don't go anywhere. Blast Vision Live from Unitrade Stadium here in Laredo.
Chris Bernal with LB21 Tournaments US SSA Baseball, hosting the best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas. Best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas at the all-new turf fields in Portland, Texas. LB21, supporting high school baseball in the Coastal Bend area.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Stable Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Stable Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call, and the new pitcher is going to be the second baseman, Javier Villalobos. So Villalobos will take over. Bernal will stay in the game, and he will catch and the catcher Killian will now play second base. Let's get you some numbers on Villalobos. Let me see what I can find for the young man. Villalobos, a junior. No wins, no losses, a 7 ERA. And Villalobos, I show only 1 inning pitched. Goss showing bunt, runner on the move, and in at second base safely is Martinez. So stolen bag from Martinez, and a strike called, or rather a ball called on that first pitch. So 1-0 the count. Second and third with 1 out for the Ray Texans. Here comes the pitch, and that one is going to be a ground ball, actually a line drive, and that one's going to get through. 1 run will score. Here comes Martinez. He will score on the second base, and the throw is not in time. So a head first dive and 2 RBI double for Kevin Goss, and a 7-0 Ray Texan lead. Quesada at the plate, and he looks at strike 1. And the pitch gonna miss low. 1-1 to count. Quesada with an RBI double in his first at bat, also came around to score a run. So he's 1 for 1 in the ball game, and that one is going to be lined into the glove of the second baseman, and he'll fire back to second where Cortez was covering, and they'll double up the courtesy runner for Goss over at second base on that line drive. So a double play to end the inning, but for the Ray Texans, they add 4 more runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and no one left on base. After 2 innings of play, the Ray Texans with a 7-0 lead. Listen to Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Staples Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. We played 2 innings of baseball here in Laredo, and a 7-0 Ray Texan lead. Let's check on some scores from around the area. We were trying to get a tweet out, but it looks like someone's taking care of the live tweeting, so whoever that is, Ghost Tweeter, thank you very much. Lori Ruiz checking in, rooting for the Texans. And at the plate is the pitcher, Javi Villalobos. Villalobos looks at strike 1, and that pitch gets a piece of him. So hit by a pitch to lead off the top of the 3rd inning. So leadoff runner on for the Bulldogs, and that's going to bring to the plate Damian Cortez, the shortstop. And I believe we got a score update. Let me check in here. Yes, we do, and it looks like the Veterans Memorial Eagles are down 3-2. So the Eagles scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the first, but the Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers scoring 3 runs in the top of the second inning. So a 3-2 lead for Brownsville in that ball game there in the bottom of the second inning. So we'll continue to check in on that one for you guys. Xavier Perez versus Rene Sanchez. In that game, that pitch is going to be up over the head of Everett. So a wild pitch, and on to second base via Lobos. 1-0 count. And now we will have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Now that he is at second base, see if we can get a number for this young man. 22, I believe. Yeah, 22. So the courtesy runner is Giannis. 1-0 count on the batter, Cortez. Goss leans in for the sign. Comes set at the belt. Comes the pitch, and now it's going to be popped up behind the plate over on the first base side and going to get out of play. 1-1. Jack Martinez gave it chase, but ran out of room over there. Goss comes set. Quick peek over to second. Here comes the pitch. And now it's going to be fouled straight back. 1-2. Want to congratulate the Sin Pirates. They had to win 2 yesterday to advance, and they did. 5-1 over Bernie, and then 2-1 over Bernie. So the Sin Pirates advance. Callahan Wildcats in a 1-game playoff yesterday got a big win. It was 11-0 in 5 innings, and the Callahan Wildcats will advance. The Calhoun Sand Crabs were eliminated yesterday, swept by Navarro, number 18 Navarro, so we want to congratulate them on a fine season. Toloso Midway Warriors advanced, and they swept Somerset 13-4 in Game 1, 12-2 in 5 innings in Game 2. And Alice sweeping Pleasanton. Those 2 teams will meet up in the next round. That pitch is going to be fouled off. So we'll do it again at 2-2. So Toloso Midway and Alice will meet up next week in the Region 4 quarterfinal. Both teams advancing, so congratulations to Toloso Midway and Alice. And also the Greater Portland Wildcats advancing with a sweep. Completing the sweep yesterday of Sherryland. Another pitch fouled off, and a great at-bat here by the 9-hole hitter Cortez. Fouling off a ton of pitches and working the pitch count on Goss. So congratulations to all of those teams. Also, that pitch is going to miss up, so full count. District 33A. All 4 teams advancing from 33A. They will meet up with each other next week in the Region 4 quarterfinal. And it will be the 33A winner, London, versus the 4 seed. Strike 3 called. So Cortez goes down looking for the first out of the inning. Giannis at second base. Back to the top of the order. Killian at the plate. Killian now playing second base. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So London versus Hebronville, the number 4 seat out of 33A. And the 2 and the 3 teams will play each other, and they are Bishop and Banquete. So congratulations to all of those teams who advance to play next week as well. 1-0 count on Killian. Giannis with the lead over at second base. Here comes the pitch from Goss in the dirt. And a good block right there by Everett. 2-0 the count. And I think we have a score update from Cabinets Field. I'll get that for you here in just a second. Pitch on the way. And that one misses up. So 3-0 the count. And now Everett going to go talk to his pitcher, Goss. And let's see if we can get you that score update. And we do have one. The Eagles scoring a run in the bottom of the second inning. Another RBI single by Dalen Pena. He's driven in 2 of the 3 Eagle runs, and they are tied up at 3 over at Cabinets Field. So a great ball game going on over there, and we'll keep you up to date with that one as it goes along. 3-0 pitch, and it's going to miss, perhaps a bit high. So 4-pitch walk to Killian. It's going to bring catcher Chris Bernal to the plate. Dig the kicks on Chris Bernal. And looks like Coach Ruiz going to call a timeout. So they want to discuss something here. And again, so the Veterans Memorial Eagles and Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers are in action right now. We'll keep you up to date. They're tied at 3. And the Carroll Tigers, who won last night at home, 7-3 was the final in that ball game. And they are playing Brownsville Porter in a best of 3. They will start game 2, and that will be played in Brownsville today at 2 p.m. is their first pitch. And the Tigers looking to get a win. They just need to win 1 to advance. And District 29 5A looking to do the same thing as District 33A. They all want to play each other. So the Gregory Portland Wildcats, they are awaiting the winner of that Carroll Porter series. And Veterans Memorial waiting for, or not waiting, but they are the Veterans Memorial Eagles, the winner of that series between the Eagles and the Chargers, will play the winner of this series once it is complete. And that will be next week in the Region 4 quarterfinal. And looks like we're going to have a quick break in the action. So we're going to take a quick break ourselves. We'll be right back. Looks like they may be checking on Kevin perhaps. But let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. Blast Vision Live from Laredo, Texas.
Johnny Luna with Auto Nation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. Auto Nation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth, and it looks like they put a little bit of a wrap around Kevin Goss' non-throwing arm. He was hit by a pitch earlier in the ball game, so we're wondering if maybe that was bothering him a little bit, where he had gotten hit by that pitch. But they did wrap it above the elbow on his non-throwing arm. So back to the action here. First and second with 1 out. Chris Bernal at the plate. Killian at first. Yanez at second. And here comes the first pitch, and that's going to hit Bernal. So that will load him up for the Bulldogs. Tristan Cavazos to the plate. So Cavazos will dig in. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game with a strikeout. And Rudy Trevino hitting us up on the chat. Man, the guy is really working. He's supposed to be on vacation, but doing some work. And he's already got the Sinton series for us against Sweeney. And apparently they are going to start on Thursday. So Thursday, Saturday for the Sinton Pirates and Sweeney. All games at Riverside. First pitch to Cavazos in there for a strike. Bernal at first, Killian at second, Yanez at third. Bulldogs trying to put some runs on the board. They'd love to have a crooked number here. Try and get back some of those runs. Trailing 7-0. 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 0-2. Texans would like to keep them off the board altogether. No lead is ever big enough, especially playoff time. These teams are in the playoffs for a reason. Swing and a miss. And a big strikeout right there for Goss and the Texans. Cavazos goes down swinging once again. So that'll bring up Noah Villarreal. Villarreal 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. So Villarreal will dig in with the bases juiced, 2 outs. Heard Coach Ruiz in the pregame talking about, if you made the playoffs, you're there for a reason. And this team, the McAllen Bulldogs, 4th-ranked team, ground ball to the third baseman. He'll go the short way to second, and Bell will make the grab. They'll force Bernal at second base for out number 3. So the Bulldogs, they leave them loaded here in the top of the 3rd inning. And it is a 7-0 Texan lead after 2.5. Texans coming to bat when we come back. Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas.
Chris Bernal with LB21 Tournaments US SSA Baseball, hosting the best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas. Best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas at the all-new turf fields in Portland, Texas. LB21, supporting high school baseball in the Coastal Bend area.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. We are in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Texas, with a 7-0 lead. The Bulldogs threatened in the top of the 3rd inning, loading up the bases, but Kevin Goss had to load up the bases with 1 out, but Goss got a strikeout and then a ground out to escape the jam and get his team back on offense. They're going to try and extend this 7-0 lead if they can. As I mentioned, in the playoffs, no lead is safe. So, bottom of the 3rd inning, they will send up 6, 7, 8 in the order. Everett, Montoya, and Morales. And it's going to be Mikey Everett who will lead things off here for the Texans. Everett 1 for 1, singled back in the 1st inning. So Everett digs in. Villalobos back out on the mound for the Bulldogs, and that one is going to be lifted into right center. The right fielder, Garza, was waving everybody off, but it's Watley, the center fielder, who actually makes the grab. So a fly out to center will retire Everett for out number 1. One down for Montoya. First pitch in there for strike one. Montoya 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. So looking for his first base hit of the ball game. Villalobos misses with the 0-1, so 1-1 the count. Get you the final line for Bernal. Here in a second. There's a strike. 1-2. So Chris Bernal, 1 1/3 innings pitched. He allowed 7 runs, all earned, on 5 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. He is on the hook for the loss, unless the Bulldogs can at least tie the ball game. That 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. 2-2 the count on Montoya. 1 down, base is empty. 7-0 Texan lead here in game 2. They would like to get a win here in game 2 and head back home and get ready for next week. That one is going to be driven into right field. Going to drop in for a base hit just inside the line. Hard turnover there at first base, but he's going to head back. So a single for Montoya, and he does find his first hit of the ball game. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Luis Morales. Morales 0 for 1 in the ball game with a strikeout. Montoya leads off first. Garcia holds him on. Here comes the pitch, and it's in the dirt. Throw over to first base, checking on Montoya. There's a strike. 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Villalobos going to step off. So everybody resets. Montoya back to first base and now gets his lead. Garcia holding him on. Villalobos comes with the pitch. Strike 2. So the count evens up at 2-2. 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Now one's going to be driven out to center field and he's going to get down for a base hit. So a single for Morales, back-to-back singles for the Texans, has runners at first and second with 1 out for the 9-hole hitter, Troy Johnson. So Morales at first, Montoya at second, Johnson at the plate. First pitch misses low, 1-0. Johnson doubled and scored in his first at bat. That was in the second inning. And that one is going to be lifted into shallow center field. Coming in the center fielder, Watley, and he will make the grab. Nice running catch right there by Watley. Had to come a long way to make that grab, but he does, and there are 2 away. So Johnson, who just missed a home run in his first at bat, flies out to center. 2 away for Ryan Rodriguez. That one is going to be grounded left side and fielded by the second baseman, but in to score is Montoya. The throw goes to third base, not in time. What an effort right there by Killian just to make the play. But an infield single for Ryan Rodriguez, and that is his second hit of the ball game. He's 2 for 3, drives in Montoya, and an 8-0 Texan lead. Morales all the way to third base. So first and third for Jack Bell. Bell with no official at bat. He has walked twice, scored both times, and that one is going to be driven. Ground ball to the center, to the shortstop. The flip over to Killian covering second, but safe is Rodriguez. In to score is Morales, and a 9-0 Texan lead. So a great play on that hot shot up the middle. Cortez, the shortstop, fields it, and the underhand flip just didn't have enough juice on it. Killian was there covering. The slide by Rodriguez and just too much speed by the young man. He makes it safely. So first and second with 2 outs for Jack Martinez and a 9-0 Texan lead. First pitch to Martinez in there for a strike. Jack is 1 for 2. Popped up in the infield. Singled and scored in his last at bat. And that pitch, a wild pitch all the way to the backstop. Both runners will advance. Bell to second, Rodriguez to third. So 2 runners in scoring position here for Jack Martinez. Villalobos peering in for the sign. Comes set at the belt. That pitch is going to miss low. 2-1. Ground ball fielded by Killian, the second baseman, over to first, and it's in time to retire the side. But the Texans add 2 more runs here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors, and 2 men left on base. 9-0 Texans after 3 innings of play. Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas Athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust.
Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. Top of the 4th inning we go. And the Bulldogs will send up 5, 6, 7 in the order. Sanchez, Garcia, and Watley. 9-0 Ray Texan lead. Kevin Goss back out on the mound for the Texans. Unofficially, I have him at 49 pitches. Unofficial. They are announcing the pitch count here, but so far I haven't been able to really hear it. Certainly not like Cabinets Field, where we can hear everything over at Cabinets Field. PA over here just a little bit lower. So I'll try and get you an unofficial pitch count, but he's somewhere around 49, 50 pitches. I have him unofficially at 49. First pitch to Sanchez in there for a strike. So we get underway here in the top of the fourth. One and one to count. Sanchez 0 for 1 with a ground out. That pitch is going to be popped up. Third base side, going to get out of play. 1 and 2. Softly hit to the third baseman, Montoya. He fields and fires over to first base in time. Nice play by Montoya. 5-3 on the putout. One away. Looks like the Bulldogs sending someone out to the bullpen. 14 and 25. So Milian, not sure who 25 is. First pitch swinging, and that one is hit out to left field, and it's going to go off the base of the wall. Rodriguez gets it in quickly, but it is a stand-up double for Jacob Garcia. And he is at second base with one out. So Garcia really put a good swing on it. So runner in scoring position with one out for Ethan Watley. Watley 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Swing and a miss. First offering from Kevin Goss. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Looks like the Veterans Memorial Eagles have the bases loaded with nobody out in the bottom of the third, still tied at 3. So we'll check in on that one here in just a second. See if they're able to reclaim the lead. 0-2 pitch missed in the dirt. 1 and 2 the count. Fouled off, first base side out of play. We'll do it again at 1 and 2. In the dirt, 2 and 2. Top of the fourth here in Laredo. Texans with a 9-0 lead. 2-2 pitch from Goss. Here it comes. Just missing inside. And a full count on Watley. Everett did a good job. Held it there for the umpire to see it, but he called it inside. Payoff pitch, and that one is going to be a little looper. Going to get down behind the shortstop Johnson, and he has no play. So a single for Watley, and Garcia will advance to third base. So first and third with one out. First and third with one out for Villalobos. Little blooper in no man's land right there behind third base. And gets over Johnson's head as well as he gave it chase. So Villalobos digs in and takes ball one. Villalobos hit by a pitch, so no official at bat. And that one is going to be looped, and it will drop in left field in front of Rodriguez. Coming in to score is Garcia, so the first run of the ball game for the Bulldogs comes in on an RBI single by Villalobos. And the last two pitches that were hit were not hit hard at all, but little loopers that just found the green. And the first run on the board for the Bulldogs, 9-1 our score. So a couple of singles. Villalobos at first, Watley at second, Cortez the next batter. And he is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And he lifts that one into left field, into the corner, and it's going to get down. We couldn't see it, but it did get down. They're waving Watley. He will score. They're going to hold Villalobos at third base. So that one went into the corner. We couldn't see it, but it had to have gotten down. And another run will score in a 9-2 ball game, and that will move the line back to the top of the order for Killian. So an RBI single for Cortez. RBI double, rather. So Cortez at second, Villalobos at third, Killian at the plate, and the first pitch inside, 1-0 the count. And let's check on the Eagles, and it looks like they drove in 3 runs to take a 6-3 lead in that ball game. Still batting in the bottom of the third with 1 out. Runners at first and third. So 2-0 count here on Killian. Ground ball to the shortstop Johnson, over to first in time. In to score is Villalobos, and it is a 9-3 ball game. So an RBI ground out for Killian. Cortez advancing to third base. So 9-3 our score. They have 9-4 on the scoreboard, but it is 9-3. Cortez at third base. Bernal at the plate, and he swings and misses at the first offering from Goss. So 0-1 to count. There's a strike, 0-2. And there are 2 outs. Cindy's just having some issues here with the virtual scoreboard. Now we've got it. So 2 down in the inning. And an 0-2 count on Bernal. Here comes the pitch in the dirt and gets away from Everett. He can't find it. And actually, are they going to say that it hit Bernal? So that one got a piece of Bernal, and actually a break for the Texans. That it wasn't a wild pitch, because it would have scored another run. So the hit by pitch, Cortez has to go back to third base. So Bernal at first, Cortez at third. And yeah, the virtual scoreboard is kind of. Let's see if we can maybe reset the Might need to reset our internet connection there on that one. But first and third with 2 outs. And the first pitch to Cavazos misses for ball 1. I'll keep you up to date with the balls and strikes here. And hopefully it starts to behave. 1-0 pitch, going to miss in the dirt. 2-0 the count. So 2 balls, no strikes on Cavazos. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Pickoff move to first base, checking on Bernal. Cavazos 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. There's a strike, 2-1. Goss misses low with the pitch, so 3 balls and a strike. And that pitch is going to miss up for ball 4. So that'll load him up for Villarreal. 2 down, bases loaded. And Everett wants to have a conversation. In fact, the infield will meet on the mound, and Coach Ruiz is headed out there as well. Villarreal is 0 for 2, flew out to right and reached on a fielder's choice, so 0 for 2 in the ball game. But the bases are loaded here with 2 outs, and the McAllen Bulldogs have already put up 3 runs on the board to cut into that 9-0 lead. So now 9-3 this ball game. Far from over. We're in the top of the 4th inning. As I mentioned, we checked on the Veterans Memorial Eagles, and they had scored 3 runs. Actually, check that. They have scored 6 runs. Let's look over there. They sure have. 6 runs is what they scored in the bottom of the 3rd to take a 9-3 lead in game 2. So they have reclaimed the lead by a 6-run margin over at Cabinets Field, trying to win that game 2 and wrap up the series. First pitch to Villarreal misses up for ball 1. And Goss, he has really struggled with command here in this inning. And he's going to go from the windup as opposed to pitching from the stretch. And he's going to miss low with the pitch, so 2-0. Rudy Trevino hitting us up on the chat, letting us know that Dalen hit his 2nd bomb of the day. This one a 2-run blast. Throw down to first base, not in time. And that pitch missed for ball 3, so one more bad one, and that'll be a run for the Bulldogs. So Goss behind the mound takes a big deep breath. And that one's going to miss up and in for ball 4. So in to score is Cortez, and a 9-4 Texan lead. So watching that lead really dwindle down. That's going to bring Sanchez to the plate. Adam Sanchez, and he looks at ball 1. So Goss really struggling here. Try and find the strike zone here in the top of the 4th. And there's a strike. 1-1. Sanchez 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs. Pops that one up, third base side, but I think it's going to get out of play. We kind of lose it over here. I believe it did get out of play, so 1-2 the count. Texans need one out to get out of this inning. Nightmare of an inning for the Texans. And he's going to miss low with the pitch, 2-2. But for the Bulldogs, just the kind of inning that they needed, trying to get themselves back in the ball game, and they've certainly done that. Nearly cut the lead in half. That pitch misses low and outside, so a full count on Sanchez, and I have Goss unofficially at 84 with that pitch. Runners on the move, and the pitch is going to be grounded to the second baseman, Bell. Over to first in time, and the Texans finally able to retire the side. But here in the top of the fourth inning rather, the Bulldogs scoring 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors. They left them loaded, but they have gotten themselves back in this ball game. Due up for the Texans, Goss, Quesada, and Everett. You guys don't go anywhere. Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. We are headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Ray Texans, Goss, Quesada, and Everett. And I said earlier, the Texans looking to extend their lead. No lead is safe, and the Bulldogs showing you exactly why I said that. Putting up a crooked number in the top of the 4th and putting up 4 runs, nearly cutting that lead in half. So 9-4, and a much more interesting ball game we have for us right now, and still plenty of baseball to be played in this one. So once again, the Ray Texans coming to bat, going to be looking to extend that 9-4 lead. Try and get some separation once again from the Bulldogs. They'll send up the heart of the order, Goss, Quesada, and Everett. It's going to be Kevin Goss leading things off here for the Texans. And Kevin, he is 1 for 1. Hit by a pitch, came around to score in the first. And a double, RBI double in the 2nd inning. Looks at the first pitch low from Villalobos, 1-0 the count. Fouled straight back, 1-1. Villalobos in his 3rd inning of work. He came in the 2nd inning. A 1-1 pitch. Misses for ball 2, 2-1 the count. He's thrown inning and a third, so his 2nd inning of work. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Sometimes my math gets fuzzy. It seems like he's been out there forever. 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. So Goss goes down looking for out number 1. Dylan Quesada to the plate. Designated hitter for the Ray Texans. And Quesada doubled and scored in the first. Grounded into a double play, or rather lined into a double play in the second inning. First pitch swinging, and a nice play by the shortstop Cortez to throw over to first base off the bag, but he gets back in time. Garcia, what a play right there by Cortez on the short hop. And the throw, strong throw, was a bit high, and Garcia came off the bag, but he came back down in time. 2 up, 2 down. Mikey Everett to the plate. So the Bulldogs kind of see the demeanor in these young men has changed after the 4 runs that they put up. A little more pep in their step. And the first pitch from Villalobos to Everett in there for a strike. Everett is 1 for 2, singled in the first, flew out to center in the third, and he takes a ball high, so a 1-1 count on Everett. Pitch missing low, 2-1. Now imagine, you have a team come out and they jump out to a 9-0 lead in 3 innings. And it's pretty demeaning for a team. And you kind of saw the Bulldogs, they didn't look like they were down. Didn't look like they were out just yet, but a little different demeanor. And you can tell that that's changed a little bit. You put those 4 runs up, and you're like, hey, man, you know what? We're right back in here. And so you see it changed a little bit. And even for Villalobos out there on the mound. So completely different ball game here. 9-4, 2-2 pitch on the way, misses low and inside. So full count on Everett, the Texan catcher. Payoff pitch, here it comes, and it's going to miss in the dirt for ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Everett. It's going to bring Darian Montoya to the plate. Actually, looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. So Frankie Aldarete. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher over at first base. Going to be number 21, Spence. So Frankie Aldarete comes in to hit. Two down, Spence the runner at first base. First pitch to Alderete misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. See if I can get you some numbers on Frankie. A junior batting .265, 22 hits in 83 at-bats, 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs, 14 runs driven in for Frankie. Villalobos delivers. There's a strike, 1-1. Check back in on that Veterans Memorial ball game, and still 9-3 Vets over Brownsville Vets. Bottom of the 4th inning over at Cabinets Field. Villalobos delivers, runner on the move. The pitch is a ball, and the throw down at second base is not in time to get Spence. So he swipes second, gets himself in scoring position, and it is a 2-1 count on Aldarete. Two-one pitch misses low. 3-1 the count. Luis Morales on deck. Troy Johnson in the hole for the Ray Texans. Villalobos leans in for the sign. Comes set at the belt. Quick peek over to second. High leg kick, and he comes home with the pitch, and it's going to miss in the dirt for ball 4. So first and second now with 2 outs for Luis Morales. Morales 1 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out his first time up. A base hit into center field in his second at bat, so 1 for 2. Runners get their leads off first and second. Villalobos set at the belt. First pitch to Morales, swung on and missed. That one is going to be grounded left side. Third baseman Cavazos. The throw over to first base is not in time. Foot off the bag. Made a nice stretch over there, did Garcia, and he is upset. But the umpire, the 4-man crew during the playoffs, they had an umpire right there with the best look in the house and said that Garcia's foot came off the bag. So everybody's safe. Bases loaded for Troy Johnson, and a timeout called. Pitching coach going to come out and talk to Villalobos. So a soft ground ball by Luis Morales, and used his legs over there. And that'll load him up for Troy Johnson. Senior shortstop Johnson is 1 for 2. Doubled and scored in the second. Flew out to center in the third. So Johnson at the plate. Morales at first, Alderete at second, Spence at third. All of this with 2 outs. And all of a sudden the Bulldogs in a jam once again. That one is going to be lifted into left field. Going over the left fielder. And I think it's going to be a foul ball. We lost it in the corner. Can't see that far. So a foul ball. We can tell that much with the runners going back to the bases. Literally short of sticking my head out the window, we're just not going to see that corner out there. Just not a very good angle here. Actually, yeah, if I do stick my head out the window, I can see it. So an 0-1 count. And here comes the pitch. And now it's going to be grounded foul, third base side. So 0-2 the count on Johnson. Overcast here in Laredo. Good strong wind kind of coming straight in here, so would be almost coming in towards home plate. The wind. 0-2 pitch misses low and outside. 1-2. One-two pitch, grounded sharply but foul. Yeah, that one went in the dugout. The back entrance of the dugout over there. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Johnson trying to extend this Texan lead, and the Bulldogs trying to get out of this mess. And that pitch is going to miss low for ball 2. So a great take right there by Troy Johnson. You see him take a big deep breath as he stepped out of the box. He'll dig back in. 2-2 count. Bases juiced for the Texans. 9-4 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Villalobos from the windup, pitch on the way, misses low and outside for ball 3. So what an at bat right here by Troy Johnson from 0-2 to 3-2. Who is going to win the battle? Will it be Johnson? Will it be Villalobos? Comes the next pitch. Runners will be on the move with the next pitch. Villalobos from the windup. Here comes the pitch, and that one's going to be popped up right side. Shallow right field. Killian, the second baseman, just on the outfield green, will make the grab for out number 3. So here in the bottom of the 4th, the Texans leave them loaded, but they have a 9-4 lead after 4 innings of play. We head to the top of the 5th. You guys don't go anywhere. Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas.
Johnny Luna with Auto Nation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. Auto Nation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. We played 4 innings of baseball here in Laredo, and the Texans with a 9-4 lead over the McAllen Bulldogs here in Game 2 of this best of 3. Texans with a 1-0 lead in the series, so trying to close this one out and make their way back home and start getting ready for next week. But the Bulldogs, they have a different idea in mind. They want to play 2 here at the ballpark today. They were trailing 9-0 after 3 innings of play, scoring 4 runs in the top of the 4th inning to nearly cut the lead in half. And that dugout over there is super rowdy. These guys are not ready to turn in the spikes. First pitch missed for ball 1. Swing and a miss. Jacob Garcia at the plate. So 1-1 count on Garcia. Pitch on the way. Here comes. And it's going to miss up for ball 1. For ball 2, rather. 2-1 the count. Garcia is 1 for 2. Doubled in his last at bat, came around to score, and looks at ball 3. So 3-1. Actually, no, 2-2. Home plate umpire saying it's 2-2. Okay, wait. All right, no, maybe it was 3-2. Now it is a swing and a miss and a strikeout. I swear he put up 2 fingers when he showed the count a few minutes ago, so not too sure. But regardless, the swing and the miss is a strikeout and 1 down for Ethan Watley. Watley struck out in the second, singled in the fourth, came around to score, so he's 1 for 2. Watley digs in here, and Goss delivers low for ball 1. Unofficially, Kevin Goss, I had that one at number 92, unofficial. Foul back, 1-1. 110 the pitch count limit in Texas high school baseball. We saw that one is going to be driven out to center field and going to get down for a base hit in front of Morin. So 1 out single for Watley. And Morin had been shaded towards left right before that pitch. You saw him run over more towards straightaway center field, so he gets to the ball quickly and gets it in, but it will be a 1 out single for Watley, his second hit of the ball game. So that's going to bring up the pitcher, Javier Villalobos, and Villalobos is 1 for 1 in the ball game. Hit by a pitch in the third, singled and scored in the fourth, and he looks at ball 1. 8-hole hitter Javier Villalobos. There's a strike, 1-1. Watley, the runner at first base, held on by Jack Martinez. 1-1 pitch, popped up, out of play, first base side. 0-2. Check in on the Eagles real quick, and still 9-3, Veterans Memorial Eagles with the lead. It's game 2 of their best of 3 series. The Carroll Tigers about to get underway in about 5 minutes. They have a 2 p.m. first pitch in Brownsville, taking on Porter. Both the Eagles and the Tigers with a 1-0 series lead. So the Eagles trying to put away the Chargers in game 2 and get themselves ready for the winner of this series. That pitch was fouled off at the plate, so we'll do it again at 1-2. Carroll Tigers trying to make a date with the Gregory Portland Wildcats next week. Wildcats advancing last night after sweeping Sherryland. Played last night at home. Strike 3 called. Kind of a late call right there by the home plate umpire, but Goss will strike out Villalobos, 2 away. Damian Cortez to the plate. Cortez struck out in the third. RBI double in the fourth. Came around to score as well, so he's 1 for 2. 9-hole hitter, and he looks at strike 1. Again, Watley over at first base. Jack Martinez holding the runner on. Goss going to give him a look as he comes set at the belt. 0-1 pitch, here it comes, and he's going to miss low. Ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch is low, 2-1. Renee Johnson checking in on the chat. Luis Tirado checking in, asking how many innings do they play, and thank you to Gilbert Gallardo, said they play 7. Guajardo, and that pitch is going to be driven out to right field for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Cortez. He's now 2 for 3 in the ball game, but more importantly, he flips the order over to Killian. So first and second with 2 outs. Killian to the plate, and he is 0 for 2. A strikeout, a walk, and a ground out. So Gilberto Guajardo checking on the chat. William Mellon also checking in, asking who's pitching for Ray. And again, Guajardo taking care of us over here, said Kevin Goss. And Goss still on the mound, and he delivers ball 1 low and inside to Killian. And so far nobody spelled Kevin right. But that's okay. It's a difficult one to spell. Swing and a miss on that 1-0 pitch. It's Keevyn. Kevin. Fouled off. 1-2. Kevin, the sophomore. You guys got a couple more years to learn how to spell the name. We're going to see a lot of the young man on the mound for the Ray Texans. First and second, 2 outs, 1-2 count on Killian. Pitch on the way, and that one's going to miss up for ball 2, so 2-2 the count. Bulldogs and Texans. Strike 3 called, and again the delayed call by the home plate umpire, but he rings up Killian for out number 3. So for the Bulldogs, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Rodriguez, Bell, and Martinez due up in the bottom of the 5th inning. Texans with a 9-4 lead in this one. Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas.
Chris Bernal with LB21 Tournaments US SSA Baseball, hosting the best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas. Best youth baseball tournaments in South Texas at the all-new turf fields in Portland, Texas. LB21, supporting high school baseball in the Coastal Bend area.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas. We're at Unitrade Stadium and a 9-4 Texan lead. New pitcher on the mound for the Bulldogs, trying to see if Killian stayed in the game. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the infield is the same, so Killian may be done for the day. Yeah, so that might be it for Killian. The new pitcher is Gael Aguirre, or not rather Killian Villalobos. Villalobos was the pitcher, and Villalobos is done for the day. Killian's been playing second base. But the new pitcher is Miguel Aguirre. And let's get you the final line for Villalobos. 2 2/3 innings pitched. He allowed 2 runs, both earned on 6 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. And pitch count on Kevin Goss. Unofficially, I had Kevin Goss at 108. We believe that Kevin, in all likelihood, is done for the day. We shall see. He could throw to another hitter if they wanted him to. Very likely would throw to just one hitter. A pitcher can go over the 110 limit in an at-bat. So if he starts an at-bat and happens to reach his 110 pitch limit, he's allowed to finish the at-bat. So technically speaking, if I am correct, and he is at 108, he could throw to one batter. If he gets him out on one pitch, perhaps he could throw to 2. Bunt attempt right here by Rodriguez, the leadoff man for the Texans, and he bunts it foul, so an 0-1 count. But we will see. Just by the dugout language, kind of looked like maybe Kevin was done for the day. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, 1 pitch. Ground ball sharply hit to the first baseman and past the glove of Garcia. So a single on the hot shot to first base. Leadoff man on for the Texans. Jack Bell to the plate. Veterans Memorial Eagles have scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning to take an 11-3 lead over Brownsville Veterans Memorial. And they're still batting first and second with 1 out. We'll check back on them here in just a bit. Bell at the plate. Shows bunt, and that one in the dirt. Gets away from Bernal, first base side, and on to second base is Rodriguez using those legs. He can really fly. So gets himself in scoring position with nobody out. And a 1-0 count on Bell. He has walked twice and then singled, an infield single. So 1 for 1. Jack Bell and a bunt, a beautiful bunt, third base side, fielded by the third baseman. Throw over to first base is not in time. So a bunt single for Jack Bell, and he also advances Rodriguez over to third base. First and third, nobody out for Jack Martinez. Garcia holding the runner at first. Cavazos even with the bag over at third base. Now he's backing up a couple of steps. And Martinez showing bunt. Bunts it foul at the plate. So an 0-1 count. Jack is 1 for 3. Popped up, singled, and grounded out. And once again, Cavazos will come. Actually, he's going to come on the infield green. Martinez was showing bunt on that first pitch. Middle infielders back. Killian kind of at regular depth and Cortez deep at short. Runner on the move. The pitch is going to be fouled off, so Bell will have to return to first base. 0-2 the count on Martinez. 9-4 Texan lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Trying to extend that lead. Saw the Bulldogs put up 4 runs in the top of the 4th, so Texans know 5 runs may not be enough. That 0-2 pitch is going to miss low and outside. A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, skips away from Bernal. Rodriguez will score. On to second base is Bell, and a 10-4 Texan lead. So for Martinez, still a runner in scoring position. Bell can fly as well. So he is definitely in scoring position over at second base. Still no outs and a 2-2 count on Martinez. That one is going to be hit sharply up the middle. Great backhand by Killian, and the throw over to first base is in time. What a nice play by Killian, the second baseman. And they'll retire Martinez for out number 1. Bell will advance a bag, and he's now at third base for Kevin Goss. I thought for sure that one was tagged for center field. But what a nice backhanded play by Caleb Killian over at second base. First pitch to Goss in there for a strike. Aguirre from the windup, pitch on the way, and it's going to miss low. Ball and a strike. Now the Bulldogs will bring the infield in with Bell at third base. Comes the pitch and hits sharply but foul third base side. 1-2 the count. Goss 1 for 2 in the ball game. He was hit by a pitch, RBI double, and then he struck out in his last at bat. So 1 for 2. Can hear the wind kicking up here just a bit. 1-2 pitch here comes in. Little defensive swing right there as he fouls that one off. Again, third base side, again out of play. And it's pretty overcast here at the ballpark. You saw the sun peek out for just a bit, and now the clouds eating up the sun. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So Goss goes down swinging, 2-way. Dylan Quesada to the plate, and Cindy telling me that we've got some questions on the chat if we will be covering Carroll today, and unfortunately no, we are not. Stephanie Hinojosa, Mike Williams, and Sean Garza asking if we'll be covering Carroll, and unfortunately guys, no, we will not be covering Carroll. First pitch was a strike, 0-1 count. It's just me this weekend. The guys had some prior commitments, and so we decided that we were gonna take one ball game for each of the CCISD teams. We had the Carroll Tigers last night. We would have loved to have been there with the Tigers. They've been so much fun, the playoffs so far, but we will not be covering the Carroll Tigers this weekend. We're hoping that the Carroll Tigers do advance and we can jump back on board with them next week. So I'm sorry guys, but oh wow, and Stephanie Hinojosa, strike 2 called, so 1-2 count on Quesada. Stephanie Hinojosa saying that the Tiger game has not even started yet. They had to move to another field. It's raining in Brownsville, and that's what we feared, you know, that the weather would affect some of these ball games. Has not affected this series and did not affect the series in Corpus so far, but also both of those games, you know, the Veterans Memorial Eagles in Corpus on turf, and these guys playing on turf as well. That pitch missed low for a ball, so 2-2 the count. 2 down, Bell at third base. Now it's going to be foul back. Next week we'll have the full crew back, and we'll be able to cover more games next week, and And our apologies that we weren't able to cover as many as we normally do. But those guys had some pretty important stuff going on, and some prior commitments that they had made, and so they were just not able to help out this week, and so it was just me. You're stuck with me. That one's going to be lifted into center field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. An RBI single for Dylan Quesada as Jack Bell comes in to score. 11-4 Texans here in the bottom of the 5th. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner over there, number 20. That's Galvan. So Galvan running at first base. Everett at the plate. And Mikey, he is 1 for 2. Singled in his first at-bat, flew out to center, and then he walked in his last at-bat. So 1 for 2. So we thank you guys for hitting us up on the chat and allowing us to explain why we're not at the Carroll game or the Veterans Memorial Eagles game today. We would have loved to have been at both. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Aguirre. So an 0-1 count on Everett. I was in Brownsville actually on Thursday with the Veterans Memorial Eagles for their first game of that series. Last night, actually Thursday night, drove back to Corpus. Last night we had the Carroll Tigers, and we actually left after the Carroll Tiger ball game, came to Laredo hoping that we could beat the weather if it should get bad here. Pickoff move to first base, not in time. So we stayed the night here in Laredo so we could be here for the Ray Texans. So we got 1 game with the Eagles, 1 game with the Tigers, and 1 game with the Texans so far. I know that the Bulldogs would like to make it 2 games with the Texans today, but we shall see how that works out. Runner on the move, 0-1 pitch, and it's going to be put in play, and a diving effort by the center fielder, but he can't get it. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Quesada will score, and Everett will stay put at second base. An RBI double from Mikey Everett, and the dance moves out there at second base were pretty impressive as well. So we will have a courtesy runner for the catcher. It's going to be number 21. And a 12-4 Texan lead. Montoya back in. Spence running at second base. So they pinch hit for Montoya in his last at bat, and he is 1 for 2 in the ball game. The first pitch from Aguirre misses up. 1-0 the count. Pitch is up. 2-0. Some score updates. Renee Johnson telling us that the Eagles are up 12-3 now. And Daniel Longoria reminding us the strength of 29-5A. Vets, Carroll, GP, Ray, all still alive right now. Pretty strong district, and I agree. Another strong district in the area, Corpus Christi area, is 33A. That pitch is going to be lifted into left field, going over the left fielder Villarreal. He will make the grab for out number 3. But for the Ray Texans, here in the bottom of the 5th inning, they add 3 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 men left on base. So after 5 innings of play, 12-4 Texans. Bernal, Cavazos, and Villarreal due up for the Bulldogs. Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Stable Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Stable Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. We've got a new pitcher for the Raid Texans here in the top of the 6th and some defensive changes as well. Let me get those defensive changes recorded first, and then we will that's wrong. Let me get them right here. Let's do that. How about that? How about we get them right? Where did he go? There he is. Okay, now I've got him correct, so let me get them to you guys. So the new pitcher is going to be Darian Montoya. So Montoya will come in to throw. And a new third baseman, and that is going to be Alex Everett. So Everett is the new third baseman. Goss will stay in the game. He'll play right field. So our new defensive alignment in the outfield, left to right, Morales, Rodriguez, and Goss. Morin is out of the ball game. So the new center fielder is Rodriguez. Morales moves from right to left. Goss stays in to play right. And Everett enters the ball game to play third with Darren Montoya on the mound. And I think that's it. And 2, 3, 4 due up for the Bulldogs. Going to be Bernal, Cavazos, and Villarreal. Chris Bernal will dig in. He is 1 for 1 in the ball game. Singled his first time up and was hit by a pitch twice. So 1 for 1, and Montoya starts him off with a strike. I'll get you the final line on Kevin Goss here in just a second, as he is done for the day. On the mound anyway. That pitch is in the dirt, so 1-1 the count. So for Goss, 5 innings pitched, 4 runs all earned on 7 hits, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. He is in line for the win if the Texans can hang on here. For the Texans, they're counting out. Got 6 to go, but don't count these Bulldogs out just yet. They're going to try and make the most of every out they have, of every at-bat, every swing. That pitch is going to be fouled off. So a 1-2 count on Bernal. Bulldog catcher. A 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2-2. Say hello to Jay Stone checking in, and Lori Ruiz as well. Thank you guys for checking in. Full count here on Bernal, who leads things off for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 6th. 12-3 Veterans Memorial Eagles. Check and see what inning they're in. That one's going to be grounded to Everett over at third base, and it's going to get by him for a base hit. Hard turn over at first, but it's going to be a leadoff single for Chris Bernal, and he's 2 for 2 in the ball game. So he is at first base for Tristan Cavazos. Cavazos 0 for 2 in the ball game. Couple of strikeouts. Walked his last time up. So Cavazos looking for his first base hit of the ball game. Bulldogs would love it if he found it right here. They need some base runners. The pickoff move made to first base. Not in time. So the Eagles there in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Eagles with a 12-3 lead in that ball game, trying to sweep Brownsville Veterans Memorial. First pitch to Cavazos is in the dirt. 1-0 the count. There's a strike. 1-1. Ground ball, and that one is into left field. So back-to-back singles, first and second for the Bulldogs. First hit of the ball game for Cavazos. First and second, nobody out for Noah Villarreal. Villarreal will dig in, and we just got a rain alert here, so hopefully we can avoid that, or hopefully it's just a small cloud. I know these guys are going to be good to go on this turf field unless there's lightning in the area. We didn't get a lightning alert, just a small rain alert. And I talked about it, you know, on Thursday, started talking about it because the weather kind of, you know, starting to roll in on Thursday, and when I was out in Brownsville, it was overcast just like it is today. It never actually rained in that Veterans Memorial a ball game over in Brownsville, but I talked about the importance of Game 1 wins for all of the teams that we cover because of the possibility of weather. And you see the Carroll Tigers, they got that win last night, and that was huge. You know, they had to move to another field already. If they can't finish out that series, there's a strike. Looked like Villarreal was trying to get timeout called, was not granted by the home plate umpire, and now in an 0-1 hole. So, you know, if they can't finish that season, if they can't finish that series, they can't find a field to play over there in Brownsville, or if, you know, the rain is just, it continues to fall, then they could make it a one-game series, and the winner of Game 1 advances, and that was the Carroll Tigers last night. So important, and we talked about it pretty much all the whole weekend, how important it was going to be to get those Game 1 wins, and a 1-1 count here on Villarreal. Hopefully they'll get to play. I mean, that's what both teams would love to be able to do. Pitch on the way, ground ball to the shortstop, backhanded by Johnson over to second for one, on to first base, in time, and the Texans turn 2. What a job right there. Troy Johnson on the backhand, fed it to Bell. Bell over to Martinez, 6-4-3 if you're scoring it at home. Bernal at third base, but now with 2 outs for Sanchez. So Sanchez digs in, designated hitter for the Bulldogs. First time facing Montoya. Montoya delivers outside for ball 1. Sanchez 0 for 3, 3 ground outs. Double play, a momentum killer for the Bulldogs. Big hack right there by Sanchez. Fouls it straight back. That'll even up the count at 1-1. Rudy Hernandez checking in on the chat. Lucidis Perez also checking in. Richard Vallejo, the winner 07, checking in. William Mellon saying pitcher's best friend right there. Absolutely. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Just missing outside. 2-2. So a 2-2 count on Sanchez. Swing and a miss. Terrian Montoya in a bit of a jam, and he gets himself out of it with a double play and a strikeout to end the inning. So for the Bulldogs, no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors. 1 man left on. Due up for the Texans in the bottom of the 6th, Morales, Johnson, and Rodriguez. Texans with a 12-4 lead here in Game 2. You guys don't go anywhere. Blast Vision live from Unitrade Stadium here in Laredo.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Autotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. Bottom of the 6th inning we go. Ray Texans with a 12-4 lead. Going to try and put some more runs on the board if they can to extend that lead. The Bulldogs have threatened just about every inning. Hey, we have one of our good buddies checking in, Chris Thomason from Channel 3. Appreciate you watching, Chris. Chris Thomason does a great job covering the sports as well. One of our good buddies. It just seems like everywhere we go, we see Chris Thomason. And now we see him on the chat board. So thank you for the kind words, Chris. We appreciate it. Magic 81 just now checking in as well. So we appreciate you guys checking in on the chat. Here we go in the first pitch to Morales in there for a strike. Luis Morales, he is 2 for 3 in the ball game. A strikeout and a couple of singles. And that one is going to be grounded to Killian at second. Gobbles it up over to first in time. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Troy Johnson to the plate. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game. That one was nearly a home run out in left field. Did get out of the ballpark, but bounced out of the ballpark, said the umpires, and so it was a double. Fouls that one back out of play, so 0-1 the count. Check in on the Eagles here in a minute, and I believe that the Carroll Tigers still have not started that ball game. I checked to see if they were scoring it, still nothing. So that pitch, a wild pitch all the way to the backstop, 1-1 to count. So rain causing them to move that ball game. Magic 81 says, let's get 2 and go home. That's the plan for the Texans, that's for sure. Mellon asking if Joe Gazen is still the anchor on Channel 3, and he is, but he is retiring this year, I believe. Oh, okay, the end of this month is what I'm being told here by my camera girl. 2-1 the count here. And that pitch is going to miss up and in for ball 3. So 3-1 the count. Aguirre, the young man on the mound for the Bulldogs, third pitcher that they've had in this ball game. This is his second inning of work, and a sharply hit ground ball, but foul. So a full count on Johnson. Comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. So Johnson goes down swinging. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Ryan Rodriguez to the plate. And this young man has been hot today. 3 for 4. Ryan Rodriguez. First pitch misses for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Rodriguez struck out swinging, singled, and singled. And that one is going to be lifted into right field. Garza is there. He'll squeeze it. And the Texans go quietly here in the bottom of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. We're headed to the top of the 7th. Last chance for the Bulldogs, trailing 12-4. Down to their final 3 outs. Here we go. You guys don't go anywhere. Blast Vision live from Laredo, Texas.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
When I think of Snowball, I think of the hot Corpus summers of my childhood and trips to the original Snowball located at 3830 Baldwin. And now, Snowball 2 has taken that Corpus Christi staple to the south side. Located at 7114 Saratoga, they're your one-stop shop for your favorite snacks. Frito pies, hot Cheetos and cheese, hot dogs, pickles, candy apples, and ice cream. And of course, those amazing snowballs you remember from back when you were a kid.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez with the call. Top of the 7th inning we go. Last chance for the Bulldogs. They will send up 6, 7, 8 in the order. And it is Jacob Garcia who will lead things off. The game in Corpus is final. And the Eagles run rule the Chargers 13-3 in 6 innings. So my camera girl is headed down stairs just in case we need to do a post game after the end of this half inning. So I'm going to try and work the virtual scoreboard and the camera board and the game changer. So I'm not going to check the chat, guys. So we'll check the chat before we leave. But here comes the first pitch in there for a strike. So an 0-1 count on Garcia. That pitch is going to be grounded to the third baseman. Over to first base. In time. 1 away. I was a little quick there with the camera work. Sorry about that. I didn't make y'all dizzy. Cindy's been handling that all game, and she's pretty good at it. That was my first try, and got a little crazy there. So 5-3 on the putout. 1 down for Ethan Watley. So Watley he is 2 for 3. Struck out in his first at bat, but a couple of singles since then. And Looks at a pitch just a bit low from Montoya. And the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1. That pitch is going to be fouled off first base side. 1-2 the count. Forgot about the scoreboard, guys. Now I got us at 1-2. From the windup, 1-2 pitch, here it comes, and it's going to miss up for ball 2, so the count will even up at 2-2. Two pitch, low and outside. Full count. Payoff pitch from Montoya. Swing and a miss. Actually, home plate umpire says it was foul tipped into the mitt of Everett. And it is a strikeout. So the Bulldogs down to their last out. They'll send up their pitcher, Gil Aguirre, and this is his first at bat of the ball game. So Aguirre digs in against Montoya. First pitch up and out. 1-0. Texans 1 out away from a matchup with district foe Veterans Memorial Eagles. There's a strike. 1-1. Just missing outside. 2-1 the count. Again, just missing perhaps a bit outside with the pitch. So 3-1 the count on Aguirre. Everett does a great job back there, giving the umpire best chance to look at it. That one's going to be fouled back out of play right over our head, and the count will go full. So 1 strike away, the Texans, from advancing and sweeping the number 4 team in the state. Payoff pitch, here it comes. Just missing for ball 4. So Aguirre draws the 2-out walk, and he is at first base for the 9-hole hitter Damian Cortez. And Cortez, he is 2 for 3 in the ball game. Struck out in his first at bat, then he doubled and he singled. So 2 for 3. Fouls that off. Texans looking to Montoya to try and close this one out and seal the deal. Pickoff move to first base, kind of close over there. Didn't look like Aguirre was paying attention, but he does get back in time. Pitch in the dirt. A ball and a strike to Cortez. One pitch in the dirt, and actually gets away from Everett. Gets a good bounce, and the throw was close over there at second base. Got a great bounce. The ball came right back to him, and Everett made a good throw down to second base, but Aguirre will get there safely. 2-1 count on the batter. And a timeout called. 2 balls and a strike, 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner at second base is Aguirre. 2-1 pitch in the dirt, 3-1. Montoya comes set at the belt. Quick peek to second. Here comes the pitch, and that one's going to be grounded to the second baseman. Bell over to first in time, and that will do it. The Ray Texans get the win and sweep the Bulldogs. And they are celebrating on the pitcher's mound. Are the Ray Texans. They will advance to the next round, and they will face district foe Veterans Memorial in the next round. And our final 12-4. I'm going to get you some final totals, and we've got Cindy down there, so she is going to get Coach Ruiz for us. We'll pick a player of the game, so you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get you those final totals real quick before we go off the air. So for McAllen, 4 runs on 9 hits, they committed no errors. And for the Ray Texans, 12 runs on 15 hits, they committed no errors. The win goes to Kevin Goss, 5 innings pitched. He allowed 4 runs, all earned on 7 hits, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. The loss to Chris Bernal, 1 1/3 innings pitched. He allowed 7 runs, all earned on 5 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So, like I said, you guys don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Blast Vision Live from Laredo, Texas. Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. This is our Z-Bart post-game show, and I have head coach Orlando Ruiz with me on the line. Coach, first of all, as always, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Jake.
29-5A. What a crazy district it was the entire season, right?
The entire season.
We are one Carroll Tiger win away from a 29-5A playoff against each other next week. The Veterans Memorial Eagles, they swept just like you guys, so you will see them next week. And GP's already punched their ticket. Carroll's 1 win away. Coach, just this year, it has all come down to this right here in this moment. And just tell me what kind of year it's been, what kind of ride it's been.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, since the beginning of the season, since we started tournaments and district, I told you, this is one of the toughest districts, you know, in South Texas. And I told you, whoever made the top 4 teams, they're going to go far. And look where we're at right now, round 3. You know, I got to tip my hat to McAllen. They came out and they didn't just give it to us. We had to earn it. So, you know, it's unbelievable what these young kids are doing right now for Ray High School.
And they are a bunch of young kids. I mean, you said it right there. You know, you've got a handful of senior leaders, but the rest of these guys, they're just young kids. And how do you keep them grounded, Coach? How do you keep them in a situation like this where the moment could become huge?
Yes.
How do you keep those guys grounded?
We just talk to them every time, every inning, you know, try to keep them, you know, in the game, focus, you know. I know they're young, they're hungry, that's a good thing, and they're being aggressive, which is awesome. You know, we just try to talk to them every inning, every pitch. We talk to them as coaches.
And you guys doing a phenomenal job. Your coaching staff, I know you love those guys, and
yes.
You know, I see you guys at practice, and I've said this all season long. You guys have a great time out there, and man, that's just a great bunch of guys, and I couldn't be more happy for you guys advancing on. And I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you guys are probably ready to get some food and get these guys home and start prepping for next week.
Yes.
So,
yes,
Coach.
You know,
Yes, go ahead, Coach.
Thank you, Jake. I just wanted to say thank you to you and Blast Vision, you know, all the support throughout the district, throughout tournaments. You guys are the real deal, man, for South Texas baseball. I really appreciate it, Jake.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thanks for
round 3, baby.
Round 3, Coach. That's it right there. Hey, Coach, thank you so much for always talking with us. Hey, and Dylan Quesada, our player of the game, we'd love to talk with him if we could.
You got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Can you hear me? All right. Okay. Sounds good. Dylan, our player of the game and young man drove in 3 of the runs, and I mean, it seemed like up and down this lineup, you know, everybody was just having a really good day. You guys pounded out 15 hits. You pounded out, I think it was 23 or 24 hits in the last series between two games. Man, just talk to me about this offense. Are you guys, I asked in the pregame show, I asked Ryan and I asked Mikey, I said, what was it? Were you guys just seeing beach balls up there? What was the deal? What was it? And talk to me about this game. What did you see up there? Why were you able to be so successful?
We just went up there with a good approach overall, you know, and we just went up there. We didn't think too much. We just, like, you know, base by base, situational hitting, driving the runs when we have to, and that was our game plan. Just drive runs in when we had to.
And let's talk about Kevin and the pitching staff. Let's talk about Kevin and the pitching staff a little bit. You know, Kevin, he seemed like he struggled a little bit today, but he did what he could to keep you guys in the ball game. And that was what was most important in this one. How confident are you guys when Kevin's out there on the mound?
Very confident. We believe that when he's on the mound, we're going to win no matter what day it is, no matter who we're facing. And he gives us a lot of confidence at the plate that if we score, he's going to hold him down.
And I was talking to Coach about the fact that you're just a junior. Kevin's a sophomore. You guys got a lot of young guys. And with young guys, sometimes the moment gets really big, especially in these playoff games. How are you guys able to stay grounded and stay within yourselves and stay focused on the game and the task at hand?
We just, you know, we rely on the seniors like Troy, Kay, those guys, Jack Martinez, to like kind of help us and like mentor us in big situations to make sure we don't get too big and make sure that we are
able to come through when it matters.
Hey, young man, I don't want to keep you too long. I want to say congratulations to you on the win. Congratulations on a great afternoon, and we will see you guys next week. Big win for you guys tonight. You're moving on. Get ready, young man. Next week we'll be here before you know it. Congratulations.
Sir, thank you.
Dylan Quesada, our player of the game.
What do I do?
And that's going to do it here for us, and that'll wrap things up for the weekend for us, as a matter of fact. We are all done. The final score here, 12-4, Ray Texans sweep McAllen. We want to say congratulations to the McAllen Bulldogs on a fine season, and like you heard Coach Ruiz say, you know, they made it hard on these Texans. The final score not indicative of what kind of series that this was between these two teams, and an amazing job that the Ray Texans have done with a lot of, like Coach Ruiz said, a lot of young guys. But they're doing things right over there, keeping them grounded, and congratulations to the Ray Texans who are moving on. They will face the Veterans Memorial Eagles, so a big congratulations to the Eagles who swept Brownsville Veterans Memorial to make it to the next round. And so now, you know, just waiting to find out what's going to happen with the Carroll Tigers. And I guess before we go off the air, let me see if the Carroll Tigers have gotten underway. Give me a second here. Let me pull up the Game Changer and see if we can find the Tigers and find out if they have started here. The Carroll Tigers, just a second. You guys hang tight. And I'm actually not finding the Tigers. Let me check the chat board, see if any of you guys know about the Tigers. I don't think the Tigers have started. I can't find anything yet, so I don't think that the Tigers have even started their ball game. They got moved because of weather over there in Brownsville. So we'll certainly try and shoot some tweets out if we find out about the Carroll Tigers. So again, that's going to wrap things up for us. I want to thank everybody who hit us up on the chat. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will have the full crew back next week, so we're going to spread ourselves out. We're going to try and bring you as many games as we can next week. We'll have all the fellas back, and again, big thank you to all of our sponsors this weekend, and a big thank you to you guys for watching. Jake Vasquez signing out for now. We'll see you guys next week. Blast Vision Live from Laredo.